what do I do at an open house? How does this work? Just like everything else, it's complicated. The thing to know about open houses is that they serve a lot of different functions, and there's only a couple ways to really get it wrong. Knowing why you're there will make sure that you get the most out of your open house experience. Why are you at this open house? Do you need to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a house like this one? Are you just having fun and you're curious? Do you need to sell a house like this one? Do you live down the street? You're going to be asked these questions by the real estate agent that is sitting in the open house. Be ready to answer them. You also need to know that if you already have an agent, it's fine to tell them that. They're not going to be mad at you. It's not weird. Tell the person that's holding the open house who your agent is. Give them their contact information, and don't give them your contact information unless you really want to hear from that person. One of the primary functions of an open house is for real estate agents to find new potential customers, buyers and sellers. It's a really great way for you to get a little FaceTime in a very casual setting with someone who's a professional real estate agent. They're looking for new clients, and if you're looking for a realtor, stopping by an open house can be a really good way to get a sense of what somebody's like. Get a vibe check on that agent in real time, in real life. Finding clients is why the realtor is holding the house open. Yeah, they also do want to sell that house and they need to sell that house. Here at least, we have been in a seller's market for so long that holding the open house isn't the thing you need to do to get the house sold. It can be a courtesy to buyer's agents who have been running themselves ragged, writing multiple offers in a really hot seller's market, to give them the chance to let their clients pop over without making an appointment for a tour. As a buyer's agent, I respect that and appreciate it as well. But most of the time, the open house is really just to help make sure that there's good opportunity for visibility. In some cases, the house is occupied and the people selling it have really busy schedules and difficult lives, and holding an open house can be a great way to know precisely when someone's going to be in the home so that you're putting its best foot forward. If someone's trying to sell a home and they've got kids and pets and they work from home and they might have house guests or elderly relatives living there, if the home has a lot of action all the time, clearing everybody out for showings can be really difficult. Scheduling an open house on a weekend for a few hours at a time the whole family knows they're taking the dog, they're going to the park, they're making themselves scarce so that people can see the home, can be a really good way to balance the needs of the buyers and the sellers whenever you need to see the house in order to want to buy it, right? Pro tip, you want to see the house before you buy it. So what else does an open house do? It gives the realtor an opportunity to show off, gives the house an opportunity to show off, can make life a little bit easier for the sellers. If you give the real estate agent your contact information, if they're really good at their job, they will be following up with you. You will be getting calls and texts and emails for an indeterminate period of time. If you do not want to have that happen to you, the best thing you can do is to tell them that you already have an agent, in which case they're not allowed to contact you. They need to contact your agent. Giving them a fake email address works, giving them a fake phone number works, but it's not particularly courteous. As someone who has tried to follow up with people I met at an open house, you know when they're giving you fake info, and if you want to be rude to them, cool. If they've earned it, okay. But if that's not your jam, just tell them you have an agent. Give them someone's information, and hopefully it is somebody that you do have some sort of relationship with, or that you're planning on hiring when the time comes. And then check out the house. So how do you do that? When you're at an open house, you want to make sure to be looking at as many features of the property as you can. This is true for home tours in general. Try to look at the house, not their stuff. Now, if you're just out for a Sunday drive and you just want to check out their decor, or, oh, they knocked that wall down, that's very interesting. All of that's fine. Whenever you're shopping for a home, how nice the dining room set is or how cool that painting on the wall is, doesn't matter. And in the moment, it can be really easy to get a little distracted by people's stuff. Try not to do that. Try to focus on the walls, the appliances. How does the light come through the windows? Have they updated the doorknobs in the last 30 years? All that kind of good stuff. Try to look at the house and not their stuff. Easier said than done, I know. If you have gone to the open house just for fun, do your best to not take too terribly long. In a really hot seller's market like we've had the last couple of years, some of the other people in this open house, this may be their chance to see the house that they're going to write an offer on. And having to jump over a bunch of other folks while they're there can make it more difficult. If you're seeing this house and you think, gosh, this might really be our house, stay as long as you need to. That's why they're holding it open. Walk around, check it out from all angles, get a feel for it. But if you're just there for funsies, check it out and then go on about your day. There's no reason to stand around and talk about how you don't like that paint color and there's this stain on the carpet and nitpick things, and there's no reason to trash talk the house. You're not doing anybody any favors. Anybody who wants to buy that house already is seeing those things, I promise you. They have noticed the stain on the carpet. They've noticed where the doorknob punched a little hole in the wall opposite it. They're picturing their family in that home. They're picturing a lazy Sunday morning in that kitchen. Hearing somebody say mean things about the house, it doesn't make them feel good. Keep it in mind. A lot of people are at open houses for a lot of different reasons. Who knows? You might find your new agent. You might run into friends. You might get some really good ideas on how to handle your house, how to decorate, how to move things around. Ooh, maybe you should knock that wall out. Attending open houses can be fun. They can also be weird. And they're not for everybody. Sometimes people don't want to have anyone else around while they're looking at a house. They want to be able to have their own reactions. They don't want to be listening to someone else's commentary or think that someone's listening to what they have to say about the house. Choosing to buy a home can be a really, really important moment in somebody's life. And that might be happening in the next room over. It's certainly not every open house that helps a house find its new owner, but it does happen. And when you're going to open houses, you're going to have to be ready to be open to that possibility and act accordingly. Other reasons people do open houses. They want to show off for their neighbors. They're really proud of all the work they've put in, and they want to show it off to everybody. And that is legit. Who could blame them? If you enjoy listening to me talk about things, please like and subscribe.